question I often get from our students is, how do I prepare my family for wealth? And I think this is a fantastic question because it shows an expectation that good things will happen. And we know that good things are going to happen to us as Christians because the Lord tells us that He knows the plans He has for us, plans to prosper us and not to harm us. Therefore, we can expect good things. So I love the question. But what's the answer? Well, with my family, I teach them different aspects of wealth. First, I teach that wealth is a privilege. It's not a right. It's not something that everyone has a right to. They have the right to pursue it. They have the right to go out and try to gain wealth for them and their families, but they don't just receive wealth as a right for existing, which means you have to go out and earn it. And because of that, we should be thankful when we receive wealth. So when we go out and we work for wealth and we get a profit for our efforts, we should be thankful to the Lord for that. Deuteronomy tells us that we shall remember our Lord because it is He that gives us the ability to create wealth. Therefore, anytime we're creating it, we should be thinking of Christ. Next, I teach about the power of money. Money has the power to magnify. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, if you are a greedy person, your greed will be magnified when you have wealth to be greedy with. If you are a generous person, you have the ability to be more generous when you have wealth. Therefore, it will magnify the things that are in your heart. Money doesn't corrupt. A lot of people worry that if I create wealth for my family, it's going to corrupt me and my family. It doesn't do that. All it does is magnify what's already in your heart. If you begin to create wealth and you don't like the things that you're seeing coming from your heart, that means you have a heart issue. It doesn't mean you have a money issue. So work on your heart. Work on things to prepare yourself for how will I use my wealth, right? Will I be using it for good or evil? The third thing that I teach my family is that money is a passing thing. There is a passing of money. What does that mean? Well, it means that it doesn't stick around. Look at a lot of the people in the Bible. Joseph, who had to store up for 7 years in order to be prepared for 7 years of famine. Job, whose wealth was taken from him, but the Lord brought it back. It comes in seasons. It comes, it goes. There's an ebb and flow to wealth. So it's not something that you just always have. There will be times of wealth and times of famine. And because of this, we should strive to use our money to the best of our abilities when we have it. So what's the use of money? Well, that's where the fourth thing comes in. I teach my family the purpose of money. And the purpose of money is to first be a provider. We should use our money to provide for our family. The Bible tells us that if we have not provided for our family, we have denied the faith and we are worse than an infidel. So God takes that very seriously. We should first provide for our family. Second, we're supposed to be risk takers with our money. That means we should use our money to make more money. And as we create a profit, we should then use our money to be joyful givers. That means we should use our money to give it to the poor, give it to the needy, those who are less fortunate than ourselves. Fourth, we should use our money for fun. Now you might be thinking that sounds a little bit selfish, but it's not. Sure, we should use our money to provide for our family. That's not selfish. We should use it to take risks in the market, which is not selfish either. That provides liquidity in the marketplace, so we're providing for the economy. Third, we're supposed to give it away joyfully to others, so none of those are selfish reasons. So if you're wondering, how do you prepare your family for wealth? Do what I do. I teach them the 4 aspects of wealth. Wealth is a privilege, not a right. It has power, but it does pass. And because of this, we should use it with purpose. And that is how I teach my family and prepare them for wealth.